What's going on, Blues? Welcome back to Life as an Evertonian Blues. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please feel free to do so. Click that bell to turn on post notifications so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. This is our reaction to David Moyes' first press conference today ahead of the Monday night game against Leeds United. I have to say, Blues, I'm so grateful that David Moyes is at the helm of this. I'm not going to say situation, this rebirth, this rebuild of Everton. The way he's answered those questions today, just how honest he is, you could see his sarcasm, his frustration. He's almost like he's one of us. He's an Everton fan in that hot seat to rebuild, galvanise this club, find the right blend of players that can take us forward, can push us on, because he's not ready to say where he wants Everton to finish. He just wants us to push further than we have, look up the table than where we've been, because we've been in these doldrums for such a period of time now where we finished strong last season. You know, it was almost like from when Moyes took over, it felt like a European push. They were the results that we were getting. We were getting tunes out of Beto. You know, Alcaraz were linking up with Beto really well. You know, we had injuries to contend with. Michael Keane came in, and I know he frustrates a lot of people, a lot of fans, but he came in and did a job. Ashley Young did a job. You know, I am shocked that we didn't secure Ashley Young, to be honest, even just for another 12 months. Personally, I think obviously, for an example, this weekend, he could come in and slot in at right back or left back and do a job. But you can see his frustrations in terms of the plays that we've been in for. But he said it's across the board in the Premier League as a whole, and I have to agree. Some of the players though that I've seen get over the line today with Nottingham Forest, Amari Hutchinson. Looks like they've got Louise as well, Douglas Louise, who's the Amari Hutchinson, McAtee from Man City as well, James McAtee. So we're Everton in for these players. We were linked with them. Any official bid, we don't know. You know, a lot of Evertonians, a lot of fans have been calling out for these types of players on my channel. You know, I read all your comments. I try to get back to every single one of you. And yeah, I probably would have liked McAtee if I had to choose, you know, one of them. Um, the rumours aren't going away with Tyler Diblin. Um, you know, this right side, it needs to get sorted. It really, really does. You know, this isn't an instant. This isn't a match review of Monday night. I'm going to bring that tomorrow. You know, but we have to look at what options can Everton field. Um, and I do feel even with the squad of players that we've got available, I do think we can put in a side that can go and get a job done. Go and get that job done on Monday night. You know, whether it's a draw or a win, we have to be going for the win. For for me, you know, the way Everton finished the season last season away from home, we're very, very strong. And there's no reason why it can't continue. You know, we don't start seasons well, and we have to change that. Um, a lot of comments, a lot of people, a lot of channels talking about they feel Lilman Njai is going to go over to the right. I'm going to put my neck out there, and I don't think he will. Um, I think he will continue on the left. I think David Moyes has kind of give away where I feel where Jack Grealish is going to play. He's come up with that scenario today of Very similar to what Jesse Lingard did when he signed for West Ham. He hopes he can add that, what Jesse did. So I see him as operating as a number 10. And we're all going to look at that right hand side. And personally, I think it's going to be Dwight McNeil because he's got a trusty left peg. And that's the facts. He works hard and he will protect whatever fullback is in that fullback area. He will work hard in that area. Um, I think it'll be Adrissa, and I think it will be Kieran Dewsbury Hall as in a deeper role. I might be wrong. Um, a lot of comments. Jimmy Gardner can do a job at right back. I agree. I think Jimmy can do a job at right back. I think he can do a job on right side. I think he can do a job as a holding midfielder. I rate Jimmy. Um, so there's options, and Moyes knows that. Even though we've got this squad of players that needs more players, you know, the media have said today, Moyes, are you looking for another 3 to 4 players? And he said, yeah. He said I'd have more if I could get more because he knows what it takes. He knows what this Everton squad needs. And this isn't him saying what I've got is crap. I'm just being honest because he's complimented the squad, how well they finished, and they want the same level of performance. We all do. They've got the likes of Barry now, who I think there's a serious player in there. He's going to push and add contention with Beto. I understand the types of comments that he's done over in the States about Beto. It's just about pushing him on. I do it to my son, who's 9 years of age. I'll tell him when he's not very good, and I'll tell him when he's excellent. And I think that's how it should be. It's no good sugarcoating stuff. So Blues, let me know your thoughts. Go and check out the press conference, the first one. I just love David Moyes. Imagine if this was under these circumstances, was the likes of Sean Dyche, rebuilding a squad like this. The plays that he's got over the line so far, for me, Alcaraz is better than Decore. No disrespect to Dukes. Calvert-Lewin has moved on. Barry's come in. It's a fresh start. It's a new type of player. And we don't know what we're going to get from him. We've seen glimpses, but I feel he's going to get service from Jack. He's going to get service from Kieran Dewsbury Hall, from NJ. And I do feel that Dwight McNeil can get it. We can get a tune out of him on that right hand side. The Blues, I've put my neck out on the line, and I think that is what we'll go with. I might be wrong, and we've all got opinions. Obviously, if I am wrong and Jai switches over to the right, Jack's on the left. Who's gonna operate as that 10, or do we not go with a 10? Do we go for a flat 3 where it's a 4-3-3? We're only gonna know on Monday night. So again, Blues, this isn't the pre-match. This is all about the presser today, the conference from David Moyes. Just a note as well. Everton will play Mansfield Town in the second round of the Carabao Cup on Wednesday, the 27th of August at 7:45 at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Blues, I'm going to leave this one there. Go and check out the press conference. So happy it's Moyes. It just makes me realise just how he talks and how we need a manager who's honest. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think the level of signings would have got over the line in Kieran Dewsbury Hall and Jack Grealish if Moyes wasn't at the helm of our football club. There's more to come. There's more players to come. But we are where we are right now. We need to put out a team that's going to get us a result on Monday night. Uh, it's as simple as that. Um, Issues on the right, issues at centre half, with Jarrod being injured, the fullback areas with Mikalenko being injured. But it's a squad game, and Everton need more players to fill this squad so we can compete for the rest and all of this season. Boys, I'm going to leave this one there. I will see you in the next one. Up the Toffees.